Hello, what's up? Welcome back to the Supersonics Association here in NBA 2K8. We have our game to wrap up the month of December versus those 76ers, and we're going to end up losing by 3. 91-88 is the final, and that we jumped out to a pretty nice lead, but we were unable to hold on to it. KD had 15, West with 13 and 8, and then he got Zerviak off of the bench, putting in 12 with 2 rebounds. So we would also lose to start the month of January to those Suns. The Suns would win 102-95. KD 25 points in 36 minutes there. Now we're going to get ready to take on those Washington Wizards, and I feel like we're a little bit gassed. We're not really as fresh as we could be, so I'm not going to schedule any practices for this week, and hopefully our legs will be underneath us as we take on the Wizards, the Cavs, and of course those Dallas Mavericks this week. The Wizards, they got Arenas, Young, Butler, Jamison, and Thomas. We got West at the point. We got KD at the 3. You know our lineups. Let's get into the ball game. That deep 2 will fall. And then Arenas to the rack. Can't get that one to fall in traffic. So we have it in transition. Later on in the same possession, we get our man Young in the air. Rittenhauer, he's going to get that deep 3 to go, and we have ourselves a 3-point lead. Young gets it inside. Arenas going to lay it up and in. 5-4 is now the score. We got Rittenhauer with a foot on the line, and that's not going to go. Thomas clears the glass. Arenas has it now. Gets inside to Young. He can't finish, but we can't secure the miss, and the second chance gives the Wizards a 1-point lead. Now KD in the lane. 2 hands for safety, as they used to say in the old 2Ks. That's going to go. Nick Young going crazy this first quarter. West gets his man in the air, walks into a little mid-range jumper, and that shot's going to fall. So 9-8 is now the score. Arenas gets West in the air, lays it up and in over Robert Swift, and Arenas has 6 points to kick things off. Durant, that deep 2, that's going to fall. We have a 1-point lead as the first quarter's coming to an end. Young with a foot on the line, and that's going to fall. So back and forth we go. We have the lead again. We get it to KD, and he loves to put on the show in Washington, and he does so with that windmill dunk there. And then Zerviak, he's going to drive hard to the lane. Does not have the best handle, but gets the job done there. Gets it inside, and again, he's putting in work off of the dribble. Butler, that 2 is not going to fall. We're in the second quarter now. We have a 5-point lead. We get the ball to Green. Green showing that not only KD can score, we need a whole team effort. We want to try to make it to the postseason. And so far, we're getting it. Good rebound there. Rittenhauer has it going back the other way. We get it to Jeff Green. Jeff Green, no, gets his own miss and puts it up and puts it in. So we are up by 8 points, 25-17. Young lays it up and in. There was some contact, no foul, and they cut the lead down. Then we turn the ball over. Young with the steal gets up to Arenas. Arenas with the right-hand finish, and now the lead is cut down to just 4, 27-23. Green gets around his defender, gets it to Wilcox, showing some finesse around the rim as he puts that one up and in. We get it to Durant. Durant with the slammer, jammer. Green with the left-hand hammer, and just like that, we are up by 10 in the nation's capital. Arenas kicks it out to Stevenson. That 3 is going to fall, and here come the Wizards trying to come back. They get this one outside to Arenas, crossover dribble. I want to say him and Rittenhauer went to the same high school, played together. I want to say that's true. I do not know for sure. I got to check my notes. Young, he's going to knock that thing home, though. Rittenhauer's like, anything you can do, I can do better or just as good, baby. 36-29 is now the score. Arenas loses the handle. We have it in transition. Zerviak, he's going to get this one to the cutting Joe Smith, and Joe Smith, he's going to dunk that one home. So we're going to end the first half with Kevin Durant leading the way with 10 points for us. Young has 13 for the Wizards, and Arenas has 10 for them as well. They found themselves down by 8 points to the Sonics, who are shooting 64% from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. The Wizards, 2 of 4 from downtown. Rittenhauer, he's going to get the scoring started with a triple right there, and we increase our lead some more. Durant going to drive baseline. Good defense. We're unable to get the offensive rebound. We had it right in our lap, but they have it later on in the possession. They get it to Butler. Butler gets it to Arenas. Arenas back to Young, and that's going to be an N1. So they would knock home the free throw. They're down by just 8. Rittenhauer kicks it out to Clausen, and when he can get that mid-range going, he is a very, very good option for us offensively. They're going to get that one to go easy peasy lemon squeezy. Down by 10 is the Wizards. We enjoy a 10-point lead because that's how sports works. One team is down, one team is up. Durant makes us up by 12. This 3 is going to be no bueno. So the Wizards, they look to push the pace. They get it up court to Arenas, lays it up and in, and our defense was lacking to say the least. We enjoy a 6-point lead now. Durant gets his man in the air, and we get the floater to go. 14 points for KD. They're going to cut the lead down to 2 with 2.2 on the clock. So the Wizards refuse to go down without a fight. We get it up court, though, quickly, and Durant at the buzzer knocks it down, and we push the lead back up to 5 to end the third quarter of play. So Durant, he ends the third with a big 3 there, starts the fourth with his foot on the line, but that one is still going to find money. So 55-48 is now the score. Butler, from just inside the three-point line, gets it back into Arenas. Arenas behind the back, lays it up and in, and Agent Zero has 17 points. Up to Jamison, and the 2 ex-Warriors are doing their thing here for the Wizards. Delonte West, he gets it inside, good pass, another ex-Warrior. Smith, he gets the 2-hand hammer, and now we are up by 9. Durant, he gets around his man. Mid-range jumper is silky smooth, and we're up 63-52. But then we turn the ball over, 2:17 on the clock. Wizards still in this ball game, and that's not going to fall. But the first free throw will, and the second one is good as well. So 63-54 is the score, and then we turn it over off of the inbounds, and they lay it up and in. So we have not put this team away just yet. West to Rittenauer. Rittenauer back to West. West, that's going to fall, and we push the lead up to 10. Minute 30 on the clock. Jamison, he lets a 3 go. That's going to fall, and now it's 66-59. Swift trying to get the ball in, gets it to West. West trying to get up court. Tight defense here by Arenas. We get it to Rittenauer. That's too much space. Ombre, you dare us to shoot it, and we take all dares. Another assist for West, that's number 8. So we go to the free throw line. We are going to miss the second, nearly get a turnover there. Young could take the 3. Instead, he decides to drive it, kicks it out to Jamison. I guess he's a better three-point shooter than he is. So they send us to the line. We get both free throws to go with KD. They find themselves down by 5, 3 seconds on the clock. Arenas, that 2 is going to fall at the buzzer, but they needed 5 points. And last time I checked, there's no 5-point shot in the NBA. There's nothing you can really do to get 5 points in one possession. There would have to be like a flagrant foul in a free throw or a technical free throw and then a 3 plus an N1. But that's doing too much, and that was not going to happen. 26 points for KD, 1 of 1 from three-point land. He absolutely showed out today. West, he had 8 points and 8 assists. Green came in with 8 off of the bench as well, showing that our second unit can score, and that is going to be needed as we move forward this season. Our next game will be versus those Cleveland Cavaliers. Going to go ahead and simulate this one versus the King. The King finds his team at 11-24. James put in 29 points, though, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. KD, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He did have 3 turnovers. He did shoot right at 50%, though, when we got the W. Going to be taking on those Nets. Delonte West, he's going to get shaken up just a little bit. I will reduce his minutes, but he will still get some playing time, still be our starter. Vince Carter balled out for the Nets in a losing effort, 24 points for him. Delonte West led our scorers for the Sonics with 18 points, 5 of 13 shooting for him. Dirk Nowitzki averaging just under 25 points per game, 10.6 rebounds per game. He is a double machine as we get ready to take on those Dallas Mavericks, who are 17-18, and we are also 17-18. So the battle to see who will be 500. They got Terry, Stackhouse, Howard, Nowitzki, and Dampier at center. They are going to try to get the 500 on the road. Can we do it here at home? That would be a lovely sight to see. Off of the miss, they get in transition. Howard, a 3, no. And now we got this ball going back the other way, still looking for the first points of the ball game. Durant, crossover dribble, between the legs, nice spin, gets it inside, and they're going to be called for goaltending. So maybe not the prettiest start to the ball game. Nice defense there by KD. West going to push this one up the court. And now West trying to find somebody. He's going to find Kevin Durant, who gets denied at the rim. Again, not the prettiest start. They get the ball inside the Terry, gets his man in the air, and he can't finish it. That's just embarrassing. So again, 2-0 is still the score. There has been a lid on the rim at both ends of the court, except for that one goaltending by the Mavs. A 3, though, is going to open up the scoring some more. Dirk is like, okay, let me get into my bag. Nice little hook shot there on the baseline. Stackhouse with the fadeaway 3. I pity the fool. Durant gets his one up court to West. West crosses midcourt, trying to set some up. Going to find Robert Swift, and he swiftly dunks that one home. PJ Carlissimo is like, we can't even choke this one away. Right? Choke it away? I'm sorry. Anyways, 9-4 is now the score. We're going to turn this one over, and maybe we are going to start to give this one away as Terry lays it up and in with the left hand. We know how potent this Dallas Maverick offense can be. Off with a miss, Terry's going to clean the glass and puts it up and in. How do we allow the smallest guy on their team rebound the ball and put it back in? Now the turnovers are starting to pile up. Howard, he's going to slam that one home with the windmill, and it is all tied up at 11. Dirk with Smith on him. Kicks it out to Stackhouse. Stackhouse going to let it fly. 14-11, Mavericks on top. Get inside the Wilcox. Now, outside of Jop, they don't really have a good rim protector. Dampier is slow and can't jump no more, and Dirk might be the biggest liability at 7 foot we've seen in the NBA. Great scorer, but defensively and rebounding, he leaves a lot to be desired. Smith going to get it to Durant. Durant going to try to get around Stackhouse and does. And slams it home with authority. Respect my authority, Kevin Durant says. Just absolutely filthy dunk there. Jop inside. Mismatch, had a mouse in the house, lays it up and in. Jones, silky smooth. He was a beast before Kobe took his job, and he was even good with Miami before, I guess, Dwayne Wade took his job there. Just going from one place to another. Now he's happy to be a Dallas Maverick. Dirk, that shot, no. Jop, lays it up. No, he slams that one home. I'm not laying up nothing, he says. Durant, inside the lane, big hop step, and he will lay it up and in. And we find ourselves down by just one. Second quarter action. Harris inside, puts it up, tries to get it to fall, will not. We get it up court to Zerviak. Now we get it to Smith. Smith back to Zerviak. Inside to Durant. Durant gonna blow past his man, lay it up and in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Down by one still. Howard, no. Good defense by Zerviak. Smith with the rebound. That's why we brought him to town. 87 defensive rebound, 83 offensive rebound for him. Watson, well covered. Where's the offense gonna come from? No Green, no KD. Smith is like this shooter. I'll get the rebound and put it back up and in like I'm Dennis Rodman or somebody. Swift gets it inside, stumbles and bumbles with the football, or with the basketball, I should say, and then he's going to get this one up and good. But the Mavericks are just down by one. They get it to George. George backing down. Turnaround jumper off of the glass. That was silky smooth, I ain't going to lie. 28-27. Get the ball down low to Smith. Smith is like, I will be your offense. I can still do this. And I guess he can, but Dirk is like, I can do it better, and the whole league knows that, Mr. Dirk Nowitzki. So halftime report looks like this. 7 points for Jop to lead the Mavericks in scoring. We have 10 from KD, shooting 55%, 1 for 6 from downtown. The Mavericks are 1 for 5 from downtown, which is a pleasant surprise. We know that Howard can shoot the 3. We know Dirk can shoot the 3. We know Stackhouse, who has the 1, he can shoot the 3. Terry can shoot the 3. They got a lot of guys that can shoot that rock. And KD is just a great scorer. He can score inside, outside, doesn't matter. Left hand, slammer, jammer there. West, behind the back dribble, gets it to our man Rittenauer. Inside the three-point line, no. Rebound by Howard. They're going to push it up the court with Terry trying to set something up in transition. West going to pick him up, one of the better defenders that we have. Makes him pick up his dribble, but he's going to find Howard a couple of pump fakes, and he's able to put that one up and in. Durant with Dampier on him. That's the mismatch, but then he runs into Terry, I believe, loses the ball, and now they're going to push this one back up court down by just one. Dirk, mismatch on him, and that's too easy, doing the Michael Jordan shrug. Durant has it. Durant, crossover dribble to the lane, lays it up and in. Everybody on the Mavericks was on him, but it does not matter. Terry, he cannot finish down low. That's a good thing for us. And we got this thing on back the other way. West, gonna pick up his dribble, gonna find Collison, and Collison slams it right on Dirk's forehead. Good defense there, and one thing I can say is our defense has improved. Can it be a catalyst for us? I hope so. Collison in the lane. He's like, I could be that catalyst for us. Just keep on giving me the rock. Collison back out to Swift. Swift to KD for 3, and it's going to fall. Let the rookie get his. Green gonna drive baseline, and Green slams it home. We can get KD and Green going game in and game out. We're going to be a tough team to stop. KD can do that all game long. Dirk, take a seat. And matter of fact, get up and take some notes. Get your pen and a pad. Terry gets his man in the air and lines up a deep 777 points for the Jet. So now Rittenhauer, he's going to walk into a three, and that's going to fall. They did not stop the ball, and we get that three at the buzzer to end the third quarter of play, and the shooting continues. Up by 10. Wilcox, they cannot protect the paint. Dallas cannot do that. Jop in the ball game, he can do that, though, and that's a good pass from Terry. That's his 6th assist. Howard inside the lane. He's going to lay it up and in. And here come the Mavericks, only down by 4. We get this one inside to KD. KD can score outside, inside. Just let him get the rock. Almost turns it over. He's going to try it, and he's not going to get it, but he gets the rebound, and then he just slams it home. He's like, I'm done playing. 23 points for KD as of right now. That shot, no good, but we can't clean up the miss. Big block, and we do get the ball there. We're up by 6 with 2 minutes on the clock. Green has it. Going to try some a little pick and roll. Not going to be the best executor because he's not the greatest passer, but we get it to KD nonetheless. He's going to drive, and he's going to put it up and in. So all's well that ends well, and it's 63-57 as the final. KD 26 points on 12 of 21 shooting, 1 of 2 from downtown, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal. KD led the team in scoring. Matter of fact, he was the only one in double figures. So I will bump up the quarter length to 10. I want to knock these out as fast as possible. I do want to play a handful of games every episode, but 8 minutes should do the job. So West is healthy. We're going to take those points from Watson, give them back. I said points, but I meant minutes. Give those minutes back to Mr. West. And it's time to get back on our practice grind. I said this season, we're not really worried about getting fatigued or injuries like that. We'll make adjustments moving forward if we need to, but we want to practice, practice, practice. Yes, Allen Iverson, we are talking about practice. We would take on the Lakers, and we would lose to the Lakers. They kind of had the game in hand from the jump. They would win 102-93. Next game is going to be versus the Hornets. We got the win there. After them, we're going to be taking on those Grizzlies of Memphis, and Nick Collison's a little bit shaken up. I'm going to keep his minutes as is. He's not getting a crazy amount of minutes, so I'm going to keep it right where it's at. He should be able to play through his little ankle injury, and we get the win there versus the Grizzlies. Can we simulate and win versus those Mavericks? Yes, we can. We find ourselves 21-19, while the Mavericks are 3 below 500, and now the mighty Rockets at 27-13. The Clippers are the number 1 team in the West, but the Rockets already have more wins than they do, but hey, it is what it is. They have 27-13. Suns are after the Spurs. Then you got the Hornets, T-Wolves, Lakers, Sonics. We're the 8th seed, so the playoffs start today. We'll be in that thing. Celtics, Knicks, Nets, Pistons, Magic, Raptors, Bulls, and Pacers are your top 8 teams in the East. Tracy McGrady averaging 22 points per game. Yao Ming averaging 21 points per game. Dynamic scoring duo, to say the least. And he is healthy, and he is very, very well rested. Talking about Mr. Tracy McGrady. So the Rockets could be a team to look forward to, or look forward to seeing in the playoffs. Maybe not if we face them, but as far as what they can do with a postseason run with a healthy T-Mac and a healthy Yao Ming, I mean, we all know that this duo could have and maybe should have won a championship. At least one of those things. Yao Ming lays it up and in easy peasy. Scola backing down. Scola turnaround jumper. That's going to go a little baby hook right there. 4-4 is the score. McGrady has it. McGrady gets inside to Yao. Yao Ming is going to get that thing to go. I always find it weird that his last name is on his jersey or his first name, right? Ming Yao or Yao Ming? I don't know. It's Yao. And obviously, maybe it's an Asian thing because Ichiro Suzuki, had Ichiro on the back of his. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. Anyways, back to the ball game. We find ourselves down by 6 points. 10-4 is the score. Big Beanie Wells gets to James. And it's not James Harden or LeBron James, but it's Mike James. He's going to lay that one up and in. Wells, baseline, turnaround jumper. That's going to go. We're down by 10. They're on a 14-4 run to start the ball game. Tracy McGrady gets that one to go. It is 17-4, and then we find KD. Oh, yeah, remember this guy? He's pretty good at scoring. Let's try to give him the ball. Mismatch here. Yao could dunk it. Instead, kicks it out mid-dunk to McGrady, who lines up and drops a three. Rittenauer, that shot, no. Scola gonna get the rebound. And now they get it inside. Scola out to Alston. Alston gonna get that thing to go. Skip to my loot. 22-6. KD gets Yao in the air, kicks it out to open Collison, and Collison is gonna get the shooter's roll, and we cut the lead down. 24-8 is now the score. Durant amongst the trees minus Yao Ming, who did not go for the shot block there. That makes that job a little bit easier. Yao Ming outside the paint. Just take it all the way. KD take it all the way. We cut the lead down to 12. Watson from deep. That's going to go, and we're down by just 9. West out to Durant, just inside the three-point line, and that is going to fall. 6 seconds to go here. McGrady knocks home the three, plus the foul. PJ can't believe it on the sidelines, and they do get the 4-point play. We're going to knock down that deep three, and now here comes Francis, who's their 6th man on the roster. Not going to get the job. One time he was the franchise. Steve Franchise, remember that. There goes Smith, left hand. He's going to get that dunk to go. That shot, not good. Smith with the rebound. Watson has it going back the other way. Sees Durant cutting to the rim. Steve Franchise, what happened to your jersey? That glitch always cracked me up. These guys be running down the court half naked. Anyways, Wilcox off for the miss or off for the steal. Gets it, goes coast to coast. Big man with ball. Yao Ming has it, gonna swing around to James. James breaking down his defender, kicks out the Battier. We don't want to leave him open because he's a sniper from downtown. 28-32. Left hand or right hand hammer, I should say, by our man Joe Smith. Rittenauer blows past his man, walks into a mid-range jumper, and it's 32-33 now. Wells gets it inside. No, give me those, Kurt Thomas says. Up the court to Rittenauer, looking to push it in transition, and he's going to find Jeff Green. And Jeff Green going to knock that one home, and we're still up by 1. We get to Wilcox. He lays it up and in. We were down by almost 20 points at one point, and we have the lead, but that shot is going to go. Shooter's roll there, and the Rockets and the Sonics going back and forth. McGrady, a little jab step, knocks that home. Some of the best offensive players in the league can do that on a regular basis. Francis, get that shot out of here to end the second quarter of play. The first half of play comes to an end. We find ourselves down by 1. KD, 14 points. Thank goodness he's on the roster. T-Mac with 12 and 2 and 2. So the scoring has been there so far. Can we keep it going? West from downtown, that's going to fall. Looks like it was just a deep 2 out of foot on the line. Tracy McGrady knocks that down. It's 45-41. We do find KD here, and he's going to knock that thing home. Yao Ming get put on a poster. They find Wells. I don't know how they found him with all those trees around him. But he's able to get the ball, but he's unable to lay it up and in. Same possession. We have the Rock obviously going to find West from behind the arc, and that's going to fall, and we're up by 1 now. T-Mac picked up by Durant, and T-Mac going to try to do something, going to get inside to Yao Ming, and Yao Ming off of the glass, and it's up and in. So they're up by 1 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Going to find Collison back out to West. West deep 2, and that's going to fall. West is a monster for us. He can assist with the best of them. He can defend your best point guard, sometimes your best shooting guard, and on top of that, he can score. He's a man amongst boys. Delonte West doing his thing. Yao Ming doing his thing as well. And the Rockets find themselves down by 1. Durant can't stick with McGrady. That leads to a collapse by the defense. Yao Ming, all on his own, knocks down the mid-range jumper. Austin has it, drives baseline, lays it up and in, and the Rockets find themselves up by 3. Smith drives in, kicks it out to Durant, and Durant knocks it home. So Durant coming alive here in the third quarter. We're going to find Collison, and he gets it to go. I thought there was no way in the world he was going to score that around Yao Ming, but he done did it. And then Durant, too big, too strong, too good right there. 56-53. Tracy McGrady lost it, gets it back, lays it up and in with the left hand, and the Rockets find themselves down by just 1. KD drives past T-Mac, drives past Yao Ming, and puts it in. They're going to not get that one to fall. Smith going to gobble up the rebound. Durant has in transition. Durant going to blow by T-Mac and slams it down. 26 points, and we're still in the third quarter for KD. That shot not going to fall. Smith clears the glass. Watson has it to KD. KD's going to drive baseline, lays it up and in, and that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. So we find ourselves up 62-55. Durant gets double teamed, gets to Zerbiak. He gets trapped, back to Durant. Durant gets double teamed again. Gets it to Lukey, baby. Gonna find Mr. Green, who knocks down the three because he's money and he's seeing green. Up by 10, but there goes Francis, turning back the hands of time, looking like Steve Franchise from back in the day. Green gonna get this one, not quite to fall. It will fall off of the rim. Francis in transition. He's going to blow by everybody, and he can still dunk. He can still do that. I bet his knees hurt, but he can still do it. Wilcox, he's going to get the midi, not the fall. We can't get the rebound, and here come the Rockets in transition. Francis to T-Mac. T-Mac lays it up and in, and here come the Rockets. Down by just 2. Zerbiak, get that shot out of here. Wilcox, though, at the buzzer. Gets it to go. That is clutch. The Rockets down by 2 again. They tied up again. Back and forth. McGrady with 25. Durant, he's going to drive baseline. Durant, he's going to finish amongst everybody and gives us a 2-point lead again. Scola, mid-range jumper. You think that's money, but it's not. It was a bounce check. That's why you got to go straight cash, homie. Green, he's going to lose it. Yao Ming with the steal. The Rockets in transition. James, he's going to lay it up and then plus the foul. Watson with the foul there, and now the free throw is up and good, and they're on a 15-4 run. West gets it inside, and like I said, West can score. We got to have Durant, Green, and West on the court. None of them can be on the bench at the same time. They don't have to be playing at the same time, but one of those guys got to be in the game all at one time or just by himself. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Scola, he's going to lay that thing up and in. 73-72 is now the score. Watson brings it up court. Watson going to find Delonte West, and he gets it to go. All the late nights, early mornings are paying off for the Sonics. That is going to fall, though, and Francis scores again. Watson going to find KD. KD with the tomahawk finish in the paint. 77-74. Durant and Tracy McGrady, too much offense. We can't stop him. They can't stop KD. They foul us, and we get all free throws to go. James, that's going to fall. It was a deep 2, though, not quite a 3. They'll foul again. The first one by West is good. The second one by West is good, and we're up by 3. 81-78 to score. T-Mac, known for the comeback in dramatic fashion, turns it over. Swift, he will knock home not one of them. Okay, he knocks home the second one. I lied. 82-78 is the score. James has it. James to McGrady, who's a little bit gassed, but he's going to get that one to go. 10 seconds on the clock. So West is at the line. We knock home both, this thing will be over. We knock home one, we'll be in a better position. We miss them all, could be trouble. We make the first with a perfect release. We come back slightly early, but we still make it. 84-80 is the score. T-Mac, no. Scola with the offensive rebound. T-Mac going to kick it out to James. That's a fly at the buzzer. That's going to fall, and the game looks a lot closer. 84-83 will be the final. KD with 30 points. His first 30-point game, I believe, of his career. I believe. I have to look at the box scores. No, I think he scored 30 in a sim. But first 30-point game with us using him. That rhymed. Anyways, 30 points for him. West with 15 and 5, chipping with 2 rebounds. Big time game for him. And then Green had 11 with 3 rebounds as well. McGrady, 29 points to lead the Rockets. Also had 5 assists, 2 blocks on defense. They needed a bigger performance from Yao Ming. They didn't get it. So the Pacers want to offer us a trade. Now, I'm not in love with Swift, but he's one of our only centers on the roster that gets playing time. So he is our only center. True center gets playing time, so we're not going to let go of him. Nick Collison is now all the way healthy. We will beat the Rockets in back-to-back games. We played them back-to-back, not back-to-back days, but back-to-back games. We win them in the sim, or we beat them in the sim as well. Now it's time to take on the Atlanta Hawks, and we beat them 24-19 before our game versus the Kings, and they will beat us handily. Just a royal butt whooping from the Kings. 112-94. Bibby, 24 points. You had Nelson. They have Jameer Nelson now on the team. They made a trade. They got 2 point guards that can do their thing. I guess that's a thing here. So we look at the roster. We have improved very, very well. Very, very well. KD's up to 85 overall. Could very well be 90 overall by the time that the season is over. And this is just year 1. So we could be a problem moving forward. Tim Duncan leads the Spurs in scoring, but Tony Parker and Ginobili both averaging 17.5 points per game. And that's why they're one of the best teams in the West. The West is no joke. The Clippers are looking good. Like, I got to remember who's on the Clippers back in 2K. They probably made some trades or something, but right now they're the number one team. Collison, he's the number one power forward on the roster, and he's going to get that 2 to go. And Ginobili, although he starts here, we all know he's the greatest sixth man of all time. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, Jamal Crawford was darn good, but again, Ginobili, he's on a championship. He's on a dynasty type of team. You feel me? Anyways, West gonna find Durant. Durant gonna drive baseline. We know that Bowen got good defense, but there's no good defense on KD. He's too good. He's too silky smooth. You feel me? West, back to Durant. Durant gets around Bowen again, and then he gets shut down. I mean, they just sent 3 people his way. It was bound to happen, right? So Spurs are up by 2. They're going to go with Ellis. I mean, Ellison, though? That's looking good. Duncan, get that shot out of here. Timmy gets it back to Ginobili, and Ginobili is going to light us up. Ginobili has just as many points as we do. Matter of fact, I think he has 8 points. We have 6 points. So he has more points than us. That's not a good look. Duncan, he gets it inside. Duncan, backing down. Duncan with the left hand, and that's going to fall, and Tim Duncan and Ginobili right now are cooking. We have KD, though, and is KD all that we need? On most nights, yes. Tonight, we might need more than this KD as we find ourselves down by 10. They got Michael Finley, and Finley, he's going to knock that thing home. Parker going to find Ginobili. Ginobili's going to get that thing to go. 20-8 is the score. Off of the miss from Barry. West collects the rebound. Has in transition. Get the ball to KD and let's get him going. The foul on Bonner. We will knock home. Will we get the free throw? I think we missed the free throw. What is happening? 21-10. Robert Horry. He can make shots when it's not in the clutch. Who knew? 23-10 is the score. That shot. No bueno. We got this thing on back the other way. While Zerviak gets it to Green. Green. He's going to blow by Bowen. And, I mean, Green is coming along very, very nicely. I'm thinking about making a trade, putting Green at the 2, or KD at the 2, and Green at the 3. Vice versa, doesn't really matter. But maybe ship one of our guards, because we have 3-point guards. They all get playing time. Rittenauer, West, and Watson. KD. Oh, my gosh. Absolutely filthy. But I'm thinking KD and Green could be like the next Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I'm just saying. They got that type of ability. Obviously, we know what KD turned into. Jeff Green maybe didn't live up to all the hype, but he still had a very, very good career. Played in the league for a very, very long time. Anyways, that shot is going to go. 35-20 is the score. Timmy, down low. Post move supreme. Just absolutely beautiful thing that we don't really see too much in the modern game today. Anyways, Thomas with the steal. Thomas to Durant. Durant out to West. West gets Duncan in the air. Gonna drive. Kicks it back out to Durant. Deep 2, no. And again, we might have to try to survive without Kevin Durant giving us his best. We get inside to Durant. Durant, he's going to just play bully ball. Like I said, we could use him like he's a Giannis, like he's a Zion, or we could try to use him like a KD. And for this game, he got to be more like a Giannis, take it right to the rack, and hopefully he can finish. We know the Spurs have one of the best defenses in 2K8, and that will probably be the same moving forward. There goes Timmy. 8 points for him in the first half. Parker, he gets inside to Finley. He can still slam it home. 43-24 is the score. We are getting blown out by 19 at home. Get to Luke inside, and Luke is like, don't trade me. I like it here in Seattle. So Ginobili with 16 points to lead all scorers. The Spurs are shooting 59%. No team has hit a 3. So again, maybe going inside is the recipe, but when we're trying to come back, we got to try to do something from deep, most likely. Don't want to fall in love with the 3 ball, but we know that their defense is good, and when we're missing open shots, that's bad. So off of that missed Ginobili, he has it. They get it to Bowen, to Parker, to Duncan, and Duncan is Duncan. So 47-28. Get that shot out of here. The Supersonics would not go down easy. We are still fighting out there. We just can't score. There's a lid on our hoop, but for the Spurs, not so much. Tim Duncan backing down. That's going to fall as it rattle homes. 49-28. Delonte West, perfect pass to Swift. Again, he can set the table as one of the best point guards in the league. I'm not saying that he is that, but maybe he will be that in this association. There goes Durant. He gets it off for the glass to go. We're down by 20, but we still got hope. KD with 2 hands as he slams that one down. And we are continuing to put up points, but we continue to not get stops on the other end. Watson, that's going to fall 57-38. Ginobili has it. Ginobili, nice bounce pass to Barry, and Barry's going to lay that thing up and in, 59-38. Ori, he gets that to go, and again, when we score, it's like they score twice, and then we might score again, and then we get a 3 right there from KD, but then they score again. But then we score again. No, we don't. We get denied. So we get denied. They score. We try to score. We can't do it. And they keep on scoring as Ginobili with a little mid-range jumper is going to fall. And things are not going our way. Jeff Green, though, looking good here in the fourth quarter. Gets that one to go +1 action. Green has it. Going to drive baseline again. And, yo, he's going up against their starters. He's doing this against their top unit. We kick it out to Smith. And where was this offense in the first half? This might have helped us. Duncan was swift on him. Look at the defense, but look at our no rebounding behinds. We got to do better than that. 80-58 to score. Deep 2 is going to fall. We cut the lead down to 20. What am I talking about? It's been about a 20-point lead all game long. I feel like when the tip started, the Spurs were up 20-0. Or when they tipped off the game, when the game started. Anyways, Green, he's going to get around Tony Parker. That's a mismatch. But all in all, we would end up losing 83-69. The Spurs are still the class of the West. The Rockets are good, obviously. Haven't played the Clippers in a gameplay, I should say. I believe we played them earlier this season. I believe they beat us in a sim, which is probably going to happen as long as we can win half of the games that we sim and maybe all the games that we play. Hopefully that can help us to get to the postseason. Obviously, we've got to beat teams like the Spurs moving forward. But this year, that might be a little bit far-fetched because it is still just year one of the KD Jeff Green experiment. But I think that these two guys will turn into something very, very special. We also lose to the Cavs. We beat them earlier in the month, and we lose to them here in our second and last game that we're going to face against King James. And Durant pitched him with 16 points, but that was about it. Steve Nash, he has the most votes as the point guards. Baron Davis, he was my favorite Warriors point guard. As you know, I grew up in the Bay Area, but obviously it's Mr. Curry, but I do love me some Baron Davis. Kobe, he's up there. And look, Kevin Durant, he might not get to the All-Star game, but he's up there, though. He has a lot of votes, relatively speaking. He has a lot of votes. Dirk, then you got Stoudemire. He has more votes than Yao Ming. So kind of surprising because we all know that China has a great love for the NBA and they make up a great population of the fan base. You feel me? LeBron James with over 22 million. Is it 22 million or is it 2 million? There's no commas, so I can't tell. Anyways, all I do know is that one day KD will be there. As of right now, we're going to start the month of February with a game versus the Knicks. All-Star game will also be this month. I will probably not play it, just sim it because we're trying to push to the postseason. In division, we are half game back of the Timberwolves. We are tied for 6th in the conference. And right now we're on a 3-game losing streak, but our chemistry is up to 67, which is pretty good from where it was when we started the season. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. Peace, love. Hot sauce.